So I'm showing here a basic 7v7 kickoff, and this could be a 9v9 kickoff or an 11v11 kickoff. Really, the principles are the same. So the team in blue here is the team kicking it off, and our striker is the one who does the kickoff. Just behind him is our attacking center mid, and that person could actually even be a little bit further back. Our fullbacks line up wide. Our center backs, I tell them to go right on the corner of both of the 18s, and then obviously our keeper is here. There are two goals of any kickoff. The first is for me to keep possession and to just get ourselves settled, started into the game, or if potentially we just had a goal scored on us, we want to calm ourselves down, keep possession, and start to organize our shape and how we're going to attack. The second goal, especially at the start of the game, is to see what kind of press we're going to be running into. So are they going to high press us? Are they going to give us a mid block? Are they going to do more of a low block? So the striker plays the ball to our central midfielder. Our central midfielder then decides which center back he's going to play it to. So let's just say he plays it down here. And here we're in a very familiar position that we would be in our build out. So the 2 will come down to support, the 1 comes over to support, the center midfielder comes down, our center back and our fullback on the opposite side come over, and our 9 should be here. So this is a familiar situation because all my teams build out of the back and we focus very highly on it. So depending on what happens here, if we got a high press, so we had several attackers coming up like this, and maybe it's organized, maybe it's unorganized. So now we know what to do in a high press. We can either play it here, we could play it over here, try to switch field. Quite frankly, we could try to get some sort of combination coming in through here. But on a high press, normally you want to switch or you want to try to play a ball into a deep zone. So sometimes I see teams play a kickoff like this. Their striker plays the ball to their central midfielder, and then their central midfielder plays a ball out wide and deep for one of the wide players. And again, this is just 7v7, but it could easily be 9v9, the same concept. Here they have very little space they need to defend, and they can do it with 3 people. And you still need help from your fullback coming over, maybe the 9 comes over. But what I would prefer is, again, to open them up and make them have to defend the whole field against us. As we do this, and the ball goes to our center midfielder and then into our into our center back, fullback comes down, the 6 comes down, the 9 comes over. It forces them to decide, what are they going to do? Are they just going to sit here and let us bring the ball up? Most of the time they don't. Most of the time what you end up having is you really spread them out. And so now I've got a lot more options because there's so much more space that's been made available with our kickoff. So here's an example of our U8s from the fall showing a kickoff. You can see that the striker is about ready to play a ball in. We have our central midfielder standing just behind him, just outside the circle. And we have our 2 fullbacks that you can see out wide, and our center backs are positioned appropriately behind them. As the ball is put in play, you can see that what we're trying to do is open up the whole field. The center back plays it over to the fullback, who then plays it over to our central midfielder, and we look to switch field here. You can see the boys are trying to open up the space, and as you can see here, we are successful switching field and getting out of our own half.